can't wait to get started because I'm so thirsty and I didn't want to make myself a drink because I'm like, no, just wait because you're going to be making some delicious drinks. So, I don't fill up with too many fluids before this fun mocktail Zoom. So, thanks for doing this with me, Sarah. I know we always have a blast together, do these kind of things. And welcome, Kaylee. Hey, good to see your face again, Liz and Emily, once again. So speaking of thirst, I know you and I were talking about just different, I don't know, ideas that we have to stay hydrated, particularly in the summer months. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Sarah.
All right. So first of all, I think we got the memo of the blue shirts, Kaylee. I don't know how the three of us coordinated colors, but it looks really great that you came, and Tammy and I did not coordinate this. So look at that. It's just a blue kind of day today. So yeah, we wanted to just kick things off with some simple kind of healthy habits that you guys can implement to your day. Whether you decide to create these drinks at home exactly the way we do them, or you put your own twist on them, we wanted you to be able to start tomorrow or even tonight with some new healthy habits. So one thing that I love to do first thing when I wake up, and I'm telling you, this has taken a little practice to make sure that I have a glass of water on my nightstand, because I find that if I put a glass of water, I have to put a bottle of water, because otherwise my cats, I don't know what my cats will do to my water if it's in a glass overnight. Okay, so I put a bottle of water so that the first thing I do when I wake up, you guys, is I drink room temperature water, because there's so many more health benefits to drinking room temperature water for your organs, for your digestive system, than ice cold water. And when you're sleeping 6, 7, 8 hours, however many hours of sleep you're getting, your body is actually starting to dip into dehydration because you're not drinking for all those hours. So it's really, really important to drink that glass of ideally warm water. And I know for some people that takes a little bit of practice, because some people are so used to that ice cold water all the time, but just get it down. And if you can add, we're going to talk about electrolytes and our new Quench product. If you can, add some electrolytes to that first thing in the morning, that's really going to boost your hydration. And that's just going to help with, again, your digestive system, mental clarity, energy, all those things that are tied to making sure your body is hydrated.
Yeah, and it's such a great tip for the morning, Sarah, because I know I'm guilty. I don't know if anybody else, if this is you, maybe drop me an emoji down in the chat. I have been guilty of getting up and the first thing that I put in my body is coffee, which of course is a diuretic, which like makes you even more dehydrated. So we're dehydrated overnight, and then the first thing we do in the morning is we put coffee into our bodies, which makes us even more dehydrated. So that first glass of water. And I love the fact that you shared that it's on the nightstand, because last night we were sleeping in the basement because it's so humid here. We don't normally sleep in the basement. Woke up in the middle of the night with a bit of a scratch in my throat and I needed a glass of water. Went to grab for it. Wasn't there because I wasn't in my room. Had to come all the way upstairs, 2:30 a.m. But good news, Northern Lights was on outside in the sky. So I feel like it all, paid off. But getting that water first thing in the morning before coffee. Oh, good. Someone just said their first week drink is water. I can't see who put
Liz,
that. I think it was.
Yeah,
Oh, Liz.
she was mentioning
Awesome.
like taking meds, and that's the same thing, because I take Synthroid for hypothyroid. So does Tammy. So if any of you guys have hypothyroid or thyroid issues, we are gals that can help you through that as well and help you support those symptoms. And that's another really great thing, is I take my Synthroid first thing. So I'm getting some water in me, I'm getting my Synthroid in me, because you do have to give that little break before you can then eat. And I'm cool with that, because I'm not somebody that wakes up starving usually. So I really enjoy just getting that water, getting that in, and then eating.
So Kaylee, yeah, same thyroid water than hot tea. I actually found out just like a week ago or something. I follow so many great people on Instagram that you're not supposed to have caffeine within 2 hours of taking your thyroid medicine. And I am, again, guilty of that. So that water in the morning. And like Sarah said, sometimes I like to put lemon in, sometimes I like to put electrolytes in, just something like even that touch of lemon to lukewarm water. It really helps, not just with hydration, but helps your liver to detoxify and all that stuff, because your body's been working hard for you all night long. And that brings us to sleep. right? You've been sleeping. And I think that, we are going to go over the benefits. In fact, I'm going to get started right away on this because we got to talk quick because this is on sale only till what, 2 days from now, or is it tomorrow?
2 days. We have 48 hours pretty much.
48 hours. Okay, so we got to get that in here. But sleep is so important to your overall health. And while we are going to show you so many drinks that have so many health benefits, the major things that you want to look at when it comes to your health is sleep, diet, exercise. They're the most important things. And I've talked to so many people, Sarah included, and I'm sure you guys can testify that people that are healthy have 1,000 dreams, and people that are sick have one. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, like allowing us to have that deep sleep, eating proper foods, but we can't do it all the time. So it's like that 80-20 rule. And that's where these things come in because it's summertime. We get it. Sarah and I both enjoy a cocktail out on the patio, and maybe you're not eating as well as you do in the summer. So there's different things that you can do in this hot weather to stay hydrated. And I see that Sarah has got something really, really great to show you. I think she's running it under some warm water so she can pop it out. Look at those cute popsicle molds. Those are adorable. I love them. Watermelon.
They're watermelons.
Yeah, so cute. Where did you get those?
Canadian Tire.
Come on.
No joke.
I'm going recently?
Last summer.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get started with a drink because I'm thirsty for real. And so I have got a fancy glass because every good mocktail starts with a nice glass. Am I right, ladies? I think that. And so the first thing that I am going to add to this drink is I'm going to add some sparkling water. And what I'm making here is a healthy hibiscus mojito mocktail. So I'm going to add in, you could do club soda, you could do ginger ale, you could even do like a sparkling wine. So I'm going to pour that in there. And then the next thing I'm adding in here is this Activate. Have you guys heard about this yet? This is like health in a jar. It is everything. This sets your metabolism on fire. This is going to help your body and your brain to know when you're full so that you're not overeating in the summer. And when you first add this to the glass, you're going to see it becomes this dark purple. Wow, I've never actually added it to sparkling. Look at how that just reacts. So cool. Okay, I'm going to mix it up. Oh, and it's foaming like crazy because I forgot it's sparkling. Okay. So.
Oh, but that looks so good.
Isn't it? Look lovely. Okay. And of course it's a mojito. So I'm going to throw some mint from my garden in there. And I'm going to do a squeeze of lime and cheer. Oh, I need some ice. Sorry. Let's not forget the ice. So this drink is all about your metabolic health. So, after being with Tranont now for 8-10 months, I've learned more about metabolic health. And now that I've become aware of it, it's kind of like when you buy a new red Toyota, truck, and then you start seeing red Toyota trucks everywhere. I am seeing things about metabolic health everywhere because 90% of the population is not metabolic healthy. What does that mean? Well, there's 5 markers. There's your blood pressure, there's your blood glucose, there's your triglycerides, your cholesterol, and your waist circumference, which should be under 35 inches. And so this works on all 5 of those markers. And when I say 90% of the population is not metabolically healthy, it means that only 10 to 12% don't have more than 2 of these issues. Like, isn't that mind-blowing? And when you have 3 of these issues, whether it's your blood glucose, you're starting to be pre-diabetic, they're estimating that 50% of the population is either pre-diabetes or diabetic. Like, that's an alarming number to me. Waist circumference may be out of check, maybe your cholesterol is dipping or, going a little bit high. So this works on all of those in so many delicious ways. And it's hibiscus. Delicious. I just got to have a drink here because I am thirsty. Thank you for sending me this recipe, Sarah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Like, how easy is that?
So
It's
easy.
so refreshing, so good. It's got a little bit of sparkle. Absolutely love it. And I should say that it actually is one part of a two-part system. So maybe you've seen Sarah sharing about this because this is really a revolutionary product that's unique to Tranont. It's called Transform. And, when I was saying in the summertime, maybe we're not eating as healthy, maybe we're having a few more drinks. This can help balance out the scales a little bit in the summertime when we're not doing quite our best as we could possibly do. We usually do better in the fall, and again in the new year. I don't know, it's kind of like a little bit of a roller coaster. But what this does is it converts glucose to fiber, dietary fiber in your gut, so that all that glucose doesn't hit your bloodstream. And why you might be interested in that is because with a diet that's heavy in carbs and sugar and starches, those things all transform into glucose, as does alcohol. I hate to say it. And then that's what your body uses as fuel. And if you're looking to lose a few pounds and burn fat as fuel, you're never going to get there if you've got too much glucose in your blood. So you have this like half an hour to an hour before you have something to eat. And then you have this once a day, and this system together. Oh my gosh, the testimonials. Sarah, like seriously, right? Like I'm going to talk about my friend Karen. She started on the Transform. In 3 weeks, she lost 6 pounds. Then I convinced her to go for the drink when the drink launched. And within 9 weeks, she lost 25 pounds. Now, I think that's just amazing. Now, don't get me wrong. She started to eat a little bit better because she had invested in this drink and she wanted it to work to its fullest potential. So she did a little bit of exercise, she walked every day, she looked at what she was eating, and she added in this system, and that's what helped her to lose 25 pounds. So
yeah, and I would say, Tammy, too, because the Activate helps curb those cravings and that food noise, then she's gonna naturally start eating healthier too, because it helps support your system to want to go more of that healthy direction. And a little tip, since we're here for happy hour, guys, and we're doing some mocktails, I am going to give you guys a cocktail version of my drink. I wanted to share a little tidbit about Transform because Tammy, you'd mentioned how alcohol also converts to sugars in your system. Is a dear friend of mine actually put Transform to the test because she just loves her wine. And so she takes Transform before she knows she's going to indulge and have a couple glasses of wine. And she swears, she says she has tested it 6 times now. And I'm not encouraging drinking, but I'm saying if you are going to, she says it's so much better for her. She feels so much better like later in the next day because her body's processing and dealing and converting some of those sugars for her. So yeah. I'm not encouraging going out and having, multiple drinks, but if you're going to, and you have something, in your purse or your back pocket that can help you, then why not do that? So I'm going to show you guys the next recipe. We've got 4 recipes for you guys tonight. The first one was Tammy's hibiscus mojito. The next one, another really simple one, is this beauty right here. Okay, so this is a watermelon sunset punch hydration popsicle. I know you need to get these, you guys, because everything is cuter and tastes better when it looks like a watermelon. And what I love is, so I took real watermelon and I just like blended it up. So I had like actual fresh watermelon juice, added a little bit of water, and then put some of the new Sunset Quench, which is our hydration. So it's an electrolyte drink, but it's not just an electrolyte drink, guys. It has 0 sugar, and it also has a vitamin B complex. So it's going to help with mental clarity and focus, which is unique. Not a lot of hydration drinks on the market have that. And a lot of hydration drinks have artificial coloring, dyes. So this is a clean hydration drink. So I love that it makes it this color when you mix it with water and the watermelon. So the great thing about this new quench, you guys, too, is it comes in 2 flavors. My second recipe includes the citrus. It's great for the whole family. So these are not adult popsicles. Okay, these are great for your kids, all ages. So you want to make a bunch of these with the quench because your kids are going to down these popsicles. And when they're outside on a hot summer day, I know many of you guys have this problem. They don't want to come in to eat or drink, like they just want to play. So if you can at least get some good quality hydration and some vitamin B's in them, then you're going to just be, you know, up a step than if they didn't have that. So I love this, super easy. And again, they're just ready to go. All right, do you want me to make my next recipe or do you want to make yours?
No, you make yours because I forgot my muddler and I gotta go grab it.
Okay, you go grab it. All right, so on the topic of the quench, so this is our brand new, you guys, like I said, this is our newest product. It is a limited time offer, so I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. In case you're catching this replay, there is a chance that quench may not be available depending when you're watching this replay. Yeah, so quick little tidbit about the flavors. So there is a citrus twist and the sunset punch. I am always a citrus girl, always. I rarely go for a punch flavor, fruit punch. It's just, I'm just, but I ordered both because I'm like, I gotta try them both. Okay, this is my dilemma. Honest to goodness, you guys, I cannot pick a favorite, which is so strange for me because I never put punch at the top of my like list. So the fact that I love these equally is a testament to how delicious they made them. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a giant glass, okay, because I'm putting a lot of fun stuff in here. So big glass of cold water. I'm gonna start with the citrus quench. Okay, so we're gonna pour that beauty in here. In citrus. I am then gonna add, oh my gosh, this is probably, if I personally had to pick a favorite drink from Tranont, it would be our roasted peach zest. It brings me back to my childhood. And it was actually Tammy who helped me figure out, I was like, what is this smell and this taste? She's like, Tang. So it is like the adult version of Tang with all the health benefits. So it's gonna help give you sustained energy all day without the jitters, without the crash. It tastes so freaking delicious. It also has great vitamins and some extras that are going to help with focus, mental clarity. And my favorite, I think, about it is it has a nootropic. And if you don't know what a nootropic is, it is a special ingredient that helps your body naturally produce more serotonin and dopamine, which are your happy hormones. So you might be smiling a little more. You might have a little pep in your step. You just might be like, why do I feel so good? So this does all those things. Okay, so we're mixing the two together.
And you know what? It's funny. We talk about that. You might be smiling more, but so many people, the testimonies, if you're not already a part of our Ultimate Glow Up fan page, you've got to see the testimonials on people who, like, seriously, whether it's zest, look at the color on that. That's so fun. Anyway, the testimonials on how it's really changed their life when they're dealing with anxiety, sadness, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really helped them. So
awesome. Okay, so here's what we're gonna put some ice, of course, again, in the fancy glass, because everything tastes better in a fancy glass. We're gonna pour some of this. So this is a peach citrus blend. Okay, now I left a little room because gotta do a couple extra fancy things here. So I'm going to top it. Okay, now here's where you have some choices. You could do a ginger ale, you could do a Sprite. I prefer things that are not adding any sweetness or sugar to it. So I would do a club soda with this if I wanted to keep it a mocktail. But I am going to do it as a cocktail because we invited you guys to a happy hour. I felt like it wasn't right if we didn't do at least one cocktail. So this is an unsweetened nude tequila soda in lime. So again, just gonna add some fizz, get a little bit of your tequila in there. Oh my
maybe
gosh, I'm actually really excited for this. I'm gonna put a little lemon, a little lime, and just wait. We're not done. This is all the fancies. I might have to drink some. I didn't. And I froze some fresh peach. I chopped it up yesterday because it's roasted peach zest. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. And then my beautiful mother sent me home with fresh basil. So life doesn't get much better than that. Oh my gosh. And there you guys have it.
Okay, that might be the winner. I don't know. That looks so pretty.
So
Seriously.
this is gonna help with energy, focus, happiness, and you're gonna get a little tequila in there if you want. You can choose. Like I said, I gotta take some pictures of this. I'm gonna start drinking it right away. But it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's oh, I should have taken a picture of mine before. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you here is our new white grape collagen. I'm curious if any of you guys use a collagen right now, and if so, what type of collagen do you take? Do you take a powdered or do you take a certain brand? Because I gotta tell you, I have learned so much about collagen in the past year. In fact, I attribute like getting rid of my chronic back and leg pain to Tranont's liquid collagen. So I was thrilled to try this new technology, powdered collagen. And one thing I want to tell you as I'm mixing it up here in my mixing glass is that collagen and how effective it is depends on, oh, Cassandra's joining.
Oh,
Just
awesome.
admit her. How effective collagen is, we all take, hopefully you're taking something called a collagen hydrolysate, which means they kind of chop up the collagen in little bitty pieces so your body can absorb it. And collagen's actually measured in something called Daltons. And the smaller the Dalton, the better. Most collagens on the market are 3,000 to 5,000 Daltons. This one is as small as 300 Daltons. So that's why it's called our Glow-M tripeptide. Now, I've just muddled some raspberries here in the bottom of this glass to save a little bit of time. And I'm going to add in this white grape collagen. How great is that? So we're getting this really pinky color.
Oh my gosh. That
And
looks
now
so
I'm
pretty.
going to squeeze in a little bit of lime. So I'm calling this my raspberry grape smash. And to make it look even prettier, I've pre-chilled some butterfly pea tea. So you can see it's this really dark blue color. And when you add it to, oops, when you add it to citrus, it turns the drink purple. Throw in some of this. Now, one thing I want to, oh my gosh, that does look so cute. I love it.
And by the
Oh my,
way, I don't know how good this is so freaking delicious.
these are all delicious. And you know what? I was going to say all of these things, whether it's the roasted peach zest that I shared, that Sarah showed you, or the hibiscus drink, the Activate, or the electrolyte. I got to share with you every single day when I take my Activate, I do my Activate and my collagen. Sometimes I throw a zest in there, and if I want to get real wild and crazy, I'll throw an electrolyte. I mean, why not put all the goodness in one drink, right? And then I'm just like flying high, feeling focused, curbing my cravings, burning my fat, setting off my happy hormones, you know, to the moon, whatever. I like, this is great. And if you want to go to a party and you're sober curious and you're, you know, like want to drink less, it feels better to have something like this in your hand. I don't know why it is, social pressures or whatever. You just kind of, it's just a fun way to stay healthy and still, you know, be part of the fun and have something delicious to drink on. So this I'm calling my white grape raspberry smash collagen drink.
All right, I need some help, guys. So I need you guys to help me name this one. So if you guys can go in the comments, I'm going to share a couple other health tips. And while I'm doing that, I would love help with this. So just a reminder, it has the citrus twist, hydrate, drink, and the roasted peach zest, which is for like energy, but it's so whatever you want. If you guys can do us a favor and throw some names, the wilder and crazier, the cooler. Peachy twist and shout. Oh, I love that, Kaylee. Peachy twist and shout.
Oh,
The zest is gonna make you wanna like get dancing. Oh my freaking gosh.
I
Okay.
think you need to do a reel to that.
I'm totally doing it. Peachy
Yeah.
Twist and Shout with the Twist and Shout song. Oh my God. Okay.
Peachy Keen Citrus Buzz, says Liz.
Oh my gosh, you guys are brilliant.
That's really good.
We might have to redo our digital recipe book and use some of these names.
Totally.
Peachy Keen Citrus Buzz. Cool. Okay. See, this is why I asked for your guys' help, because I knew you guys would come up with way cooler names than I would. So I was like, I'm not even gonna bother because I know you guys are all full of fun.
Yeah.
So one tip I wanted to give you guys, because it's, you know, summer and yes, we're outside a little more. Something I learned recently about vitamin D absorption. Well, first of all, before I get to the tip that I learned, is the majority, again, of people, especially in North America and Canada, are deficient in vitamin D. So again, I know we were talking about like having that down mood, anxiety, depression, you know, anything. If you're just feeling a little sad, I would ask if you are taking a high quality vitamin D. I personally take 4,000 international units in the winter, and I still take 2,000 to 3,000 international units in the summer. So I'm supplementing year round, and holy mackerel, you guys, what a difference. I have noticed such an improvement in my mood, and my dips and my kind of like lulls are shorter and I get less of them. So huge benefit to taking a great vitamin D. And Tranont has what's called support, and it's a D and K. So vitamin D and vitamin K together, which has tons of benefits. But one tip I want to talk to you guys about vitamin D is you need to get outside to get your vitamin D or eat certain foods. And most of us are not getting enough vitamin D from our foods or from the sun every single day. So if you can get outside for even 10, 20, or 30 minutes without SPF, you want to allow the sun to actually absorb into your skin. So you're absorbing that vitamin D. And the newest tip that I learned is that it's great to be outside in the sun without your sunglasses, because we absorb a ton of vitamin D through our eyes. So if we're always wearing sunglasses, we're actually closing the doors for that vitamin D absorption. So I was like, Tammy knew that one. I didn't know that one. So I just thought, if I didn't know it, there's probably somebody else out there that didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. And another great tip is the sooner in the morning when you wake up that you can get that vitamin D and sunshine into your eyes, the better, because it helps your body with your circadian rhythms. So it elevates your serotonin in the day. And when you have more serotonin, you need serotonin to create melatonin, which of course you need to sleep. So it just helps with those cycles. And again, we mentioned diet, exercise, and sleep are so important to your overall health.
Yeah, and cool. So thank you guys for sharing in the comments. So there was a couple ladies, I think it was Kaylee and Emily, said they didn't know that about the vitamin D absorption through their eyes. Yeah, I was like, okay, I mean, it makes sense, but it's just something I never knew and never thought about it. And I love sunglasses because I try to minimize, you know, the wrinkles. So luckily I'm taking our new collagen, our Glow M, because that's going to help a lot with minimizing aging and wrinkles. But I also wear sunglasses because I think they're fun and they're part of like my fun fashion, right? So now I know I got to make sure I'm spending some time without those sunglasses, just to make sure that I'm getting that extra vitamin D as often as I can. So, and now I have one more tip about hydration too, you guys. Tammy was talking about how it's very humid where she is. Well, typically where I'm from, it's a lot drier. I'm in Alberta. We're not near huge bodies of water like Tammy is in Ontario. So one tip is when it's really dry and the humidity is really low, my husband and I, we actually run a humidifier in our bedroom. And we will run it like all late afternoon into the evening and while we sleep. And what a difference that makes, guys. Have you guys ever woken up and you're like you literally feel like you woke up in the desert? That means your body's dehydrated. Anytime you guys actually feel thirsty, that's another indication your body is already dipped into dehydration mode. So you need to make sure that you don't want to ever feel thirsty. So kind of be aware of things like that and do those little things to just help give your body that little extra boost of hydration when you can't be actually drinking water or electrolytes, because you can't be doing that when you're sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. And how much you're drinking through the day. I'm sure you've all heard that, you want to drink half your body weight in ounces. For me, that's a little over 2 liters, which is a lot of water. So sometimes, what I have is a big, huge jug And, you know, I'll try and drink at least half of it by morning and the rest by dinner, because I don't want to be drinking too much at night, because I don't want to be interrupting my sleep.
Awesome. Well, the last thing we wanted to kind of share with you guys is if, you know, you're thinking, okay, I really want to try making one of these drinks, or I'm really looking for something to help with energy or help with my mood or help with my skin, my joints, we can send you the facts, the ingredients, any of that. If you guys need kind of more of that information, that's not what today was about. It was just about more fun and recipes and giving you guys some fun, easy, you know, healthy habits and tips, especially when it's, you know, like you said, you're going out to socialize and it's happy hour and things like that. But feel free to let us know if you want more on the facts or the ingredients. But there is, like Tammy mentioned at the beginning, the most incredible bundle, you guys. And you're going to see, if you've seen our social media, you're going to see that this bundle is a $60 savings. But you guys are here in Canada, just like us. So that's not a $60 savings, because we get to convert that to Canadian, which roughly works out to be about a $2 million savings. Right? But this is the one time that the conversion from actually works, because we're going from US to Canadian. So it's actually an $84 savings in Canadian dollars. And that makes me so freaking excited if you guys decide this is a bundle that you want. So the first thing in the bundle is what Tammy talked about at the beginning about all the metabolic markers. Okay, so you're going to get the Activate and the Transform in this white box that Tammy and I have. You're going to get that system. Okay. You are then going to get the Glow M in the white grape that Tammy used and mixed one of the recipes with tonight. So this Glow M is unique. She was talking about the tripeptide and how fast and effective it is and how it absorbs. It also has a really unique ingredient from a very specific apple. And this apple has so many unique capabilities and features. So they noticed that this apple doesn't age nearly as fast as other apples and other fruits. So they figured out what it is from this specific apple that helps it stay young, basically. And they've put that into our new Glow M. So it's going to help with wound healing. It helps with anti-aging. It helps with decreasing wrinkles. It helps with protection of your cells. My gosh, you guys, this new Glow M does so many things, and you're going to get a bag in this package. And then last but not least, you're going to get our peach zest that I used in this drink. So they're saying you get peach zest for free, but peach zest is roughly a $50 package. So you're getting way more than that. You're actually almost getting the Glow M for free. Like, once you convert it to Canadian, the free zest doesn't work, because it's way more than just a free zest. It's actually free zest, free shipping, free tax, and then a little extra over and above that too. So we're sharing that because that summer zest bundle ends in 2 days from now. So today is the 12th of August. It ends on the 14th. So if you want to grab more information on that, just let us know after you've watched the Zoom, and we can fill you in, and hopefully you catch this recording soon enough to snag that bundle if that's something you want to get your hands on.
Totally. Well, I think that ends. I have to can I just share with you about the Glow M though? I've been taking it now for, well, since it came out. I don't know how long that's been. 2 months, May.
Just under 3 months.
Okay, 3 months. So I know you guys don't all know me, but I gotta those of you who've seen me before, I gotta show you my hair. Sarah will attest that she's probably never seen my hair quite this long.
No.
And I've had the same hairdresser since I was 7 years old. And I kept saying to him, why can't my hair grow? Why can't my hair grow past my shoulders? And he says, because, well, some people just have a predisposition to a certain length. I'm like, really? Like my whole life? And so last time I went, he's like, holy cow, your hair is so long. And I'm like, I walk around and I feel something on my back and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, my hair. It's my hair. And I'm sure it's the Glow M, because I had already been taking the liquid Glow collagen, which has been a life changer for me in terms of pain, but my hair's never been this long or strong or healthy. So I attribute that to the Glow
No,
M.
I've known Tammy now for 17 years, and you used to straighten your hair a lot. And so with it being down to there curly, it's going to be, I've never in 17 years ever seen your hair even near that length, because you used to straighten it.
I know.
That long.
Yeah, it is super curly right now because it's super humid here right now. So there's no controlling it, hence the headband. But I can't even imagine if I were to straighten it, how long it would be.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so very much for joining us for our healthy happy hour. We would love to know, you can put it in the chat or you can come off mute and just share what your kind of like biggest takeaways were, or what was like one thing you were like, oh my gosh, like so glad I came just to learn that. We would love for you guys to share those in the chat. So before we do that, we're just gonna, hopefully you guys are sipping on something. So cheers. Thank you.
In the words of Rihanna, I'll drink to that. Yay, yay. I promised Sarah I wouldn't sing.
And
It's Liz. I have a question, actually. You were talking about the vitamin D and the sunglasses. Does it affect when you wear glasses, just regular glasses? Because I see Tammy wears glasses. I wear glasses.